Today we're going to focus on the 5 Terrier rules for writing. These are rules that you should be following in all of your classes when you are required to write answers, a paragraph, or a constructed response. These rules are posted on a yellow poster in all of your classrooms for your convenience. Terrier rule number 1 is all sentences should begin with a capital letter and end with appropriate punctuation. You can't treat written answers like a tweet or a text. You must pay attention to these specific requests. Terrier rule number 2 is restate the question in the answer or the first sentence of your paragraph answer. If you're asked the following question, what are the 5 Terrier rules for writing? You would answer in the following manner. The 5 Terrier rules for writing are, and then you would list the rules, instead of just immediately listing the rules. This gives your answer a frame of reference, and it helps you automatically create a complete sentence. Terrier rule number 3 is use proper capitalization when capitalizing names, places, languages, countries, holidays, etc. It's important to remember that words in the English language receive capital letters. If you need a tutorial in this, you can reference your textbook or you can simply Google it. There is really no excuse to omit capital letters, especially when typing in a word processing program that has spell check. Terrier rule number 4 is write out all abbreviations, numbers, and symbols, unless customary or necessary for a particular class, like math or science. In English class, I find students like to revert to texting speak. This is not acceptable. Never should you use a symbol for the word and. Always spell it out. I do text and tweet, and I understand that we need to be brief sometimes, but English class or your other classes are not the times when you need to be brief. Terrier rule number 5 is use third-person pronouns, not first-person pronouns, when writing. Students generally argue this point, especially when asked a question that may lean toward an opinion. It doesn't matter. Unless your teacher directs you otherwise, you will never say something like, I think the Terrier rules for writing are too hard. You should simply say the Terrier rules for writing are too hard. Students also like to use the word you when giving an explanation. For example, you should capitalize the first word of a sentence. You should try substituting the word one, a student, or even a writer for the word you, so your sentence would sound similar to this. A student should capitalize the first word of a sentence. There is one small exception to rule number 5. If you are writing a personal narrative or about a personal experience, it is acceptable to use first-person pronouns. If in doubt, ask for guidance. Until next time, guys.